Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we're going to go over the practice problems for multiplying mixed numbers and cross-reducing before we multiply with regular fractions as well. So let's take a look at question number 1. We want to try to reduce before we multiply across to make things easier. So first step, I want to look at the diagonals, and I notice that 6 in the numerator and 8 in the denominator are both divisible by 2. So I'm going to cross-reduce there. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now I'm going to look at the other set of diagonals. I notice 3 and 21 are both divisible by 3. So I'm going to divide both by 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. So our new fractions to multiply now are 3/7 times 1/4. Now we can multiply the numerators. 3 times 1 is 3, and we'll multiply the denominators. 7 times 4 is 28. Let's take a look at question number 2. We have 18 over 35 and 14 over 27. And of course, instead of looking at the diagonals, you can look the numerator to the denominator and simplify the fraction first. So let's try that first this time around. And I'm just looking at 14 over 27. There are no common factors where we could reduce that fraction, and 18 and 35. We can't reduce that. There's no common factors. So now let's look at the diagonals. So I'm going to look at 18 and 27. Both of those numbers are divisible by 9. So 18 divided by 9 is 2, and 27 divided by 9 is 3. Now let's look at the other set of diagonals. 14 and 35 are divisible by 7. 14 divided by 7 is 2, and 35 divided by 7 is 5. So I'm going to rewrite our fractions. 2/5 times 2/3. And we're going to multiply straight across. 2 times 2 is 4, and 5 times 3 is 15. So our final solution for 15ths. Let's take a look at question number 3. And again, we'll take a look to see if we can reduce the fraction numerator to denominator first. So we'll look at 12 over 40. Both of those numbers are divisible by 4. So I'm going to divide them by 4. That's going to give us 3 over 10. And then let's take a look at 32 and 36. Both of those are divisible by 4 as well. So that's 8 over 9. Now we can look at our diagonals because our fractions are in lowest terms. And I notice the 3 and the 9 are both divisible by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. Then my 8 and 10 are also divisible by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So now our fractions are 1/5 times 4/3, and we're going to multiply straight across. So 1 times 4 gives us 4, and 5 times 3 gives us 15. So 4/15 again. All right, let's take a look at question number 4. Now we're working with some mixed numbers. We want to change our mixed number to improper fractions before we multiply across. So 4 times 2 is 8, and then plus 1 is 9, so this is 9/4. And then we're going to multiply 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 2 is 8. So we have 8/3 here. And again, I'm going to try to reduce beforehand so I don't have to reduce at the end. I notice 3 and 9 are divisible by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And my 8 and 4 are both divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. I'm going to rewrite the fractions just so it's easier to see them and what they've simplified to. And we're going to multiply across. It becomes 6 over 1, which is 6. Number 5. We'll change them both to improper fractions first. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, so we have 8/3 here. And 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 is 27, so you have 27/4. And again, let's take a look at our diagonals because we can't reduce these improper fractions. So 4 and 8 are both divisible by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 4 divided by 4 is 1. And 3 and 27 are both divisible by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 27 divided by 3 is 9. So our new fractions, 2 over 1, times 9 over 1 gives us 18. Okay, so let's keep going. Over to number 6, we have 1 3/4 times 8/9. I'm going to multiply 4 times 1, which is 4, plus 3 is 7. So we have 7/4 times 8/9. And, you know, these are small enough numbers where you can multiply straight across and then reduce it at the end. It just takes a little more effort to reduce at the end. So again, I'm going to reduce beforehand. 8 and 4 are both divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So we have 7 over 1 times 2 over 9, and that's 14 over 9. And I can change that over to a mixed number. 9 goes into 14 once. There would be 5 remainder. So it's 1 5/9. All right, next, number 7, we have 3 3/5 times 2 1/2. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. So that's 18/5. And 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, so we have 5 halves here. So right away in the diagonals, 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 5 divided by 5 is 1, so those both cross-reduce to 1. And 2 divided by 2 is 1, 18 divided by 2 is 9. So really we have 9 over 1 times 1 over 1, which is 9 wholes. All right, so that's it for our worksheet here. If you have questions, please message me directly, or we'll talk in tomorrow's Do Now in class. Take care. Bye-bye.